Hello everyone, Stuart Little on Adoption Day here. I just watched Jordan Peele's newest film. This is Jordan Peele's third feature film under his belt, along with Get Out and Us. Get Out is still without a doubt my favorite from him, and even though it's been years since I've seen Us, I still remember the thrilling and entertaining experience I had at the movie theaters. It was some pretty fun horror, and I feel like all of Jordan Peele's works can be best described as fun horror with a little extra in terms of themes going on underneath. That does tend to be more socially charged, which I absolutely love. And with his newest film here, he continues with the fun, shocking horror that's really great with the crowd. Moving into it, I did like this film overall quite a bit, but not without some issues for me personally. The performances were okay, Keke Palmer does the best job here, and Daniel Kaluuya does a bit of an underwhelming performance for me here. He's really great in many other projects, including when Jordan Peele is the director, so I was thinking that maybe they wanted to do something more laid back and reserved, but it doesn't work for me here. There's moments when the film is extremely tense, but he would just give kind of like an unenthused expression during the scene. Him and the other guy that tags along didn't really do it all that much for me, but in the first half of the film, the building of the story along with the pacing came off choppy, and it kind of just took me out of the narrative. The film lays its story out in chapters that didn't really flow into anything all that satisfying for me. I'm very much aware that there was a purpose and intent to how the film was structured. I just wanted a little more from it, I guess. And on a second viewing, I may find it more satisfying knowing the structure now. And when it came to Stephen Yeun's character in the film, the first time you meet him does not set up his character as best as he could have. But during this sort of second introduction to this character, it had me confused as to why they didn't make that his first introduction. The second time you're introduced to this character, it's extremely effective, but it was placed in the middle of the film and it just felt weird. They already set up the groundwork in the opening scene, so it wouldn't have been confusing to the audience. The way they relayed information was rushed and then just given up on. However, I was wanting to know more about this thing, like why is that here? I want to know more about this person. The film visually and technically, on the other hand, was very strong. When the alien stuff does happen, there's loads of tension that builds with some pretty stellar effects. Along with the audio, it was a very good time. The sounds of the alien was a mixture of like old 1950s science fiction noises, but like modernized. I really loved the look of the alien as well. I won't spoil it, but Jordan Peele's perspective on UFOs and aliens was very different from what I expected, and it actually felt pretty fresh and unique. Also, I should talk about some of the cinematography. I think this is Jordan Peele's best looking film. He brought on the director of photography, Hoyte van Hoytema, best known for films like Her, Let the Right One In, and Dunkirk. Some of the landscape shots in this film were mesmerizing to look at and probably filled with details that I haven't even noticed. But it's not just the wide shots here. There were some very restrictive shots that didn't show too much of what was happening on the frame. And I also think that limitation worked extremely well for what was being shown. It allowed for your imagination to do the work, which is always best for science fiction films. The film's final half was also really fun, but when it comes to the story, by the end it really felt kind of just straightforward and stretched out. Again, the alien shit was pretty cool, and the humor, like in most of Jordan Peele's films, was also really well done. It didn't take too much away from the horror or tense elements of the film, along with adding some very charismatic levity to the scenes. The biggest problem I have with this film is that I wish it was just a little more filling for a 2 hour and 11-minute film. If you want to be scared and have a fun time in the movie theaters with some actual disturbing moments, then this film is a great time in that regard. I do like this film and I am glad I saw it. I'm pretty sure that this film will get better over time for me, but as of now, I'm giving this a strong 6 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I am in deep with other projects. I've swan dived into many projects and I hope to get some of them out. But other than that, thank you for watching and ta-ta.